Hey guys, what's up? Fish in the Ville here today, and I've got another awesome video for you guys today. This one is another rig video. And this is actually one of my favorite rigs for bass fishing when they're not biting on artificials or lures. It's a live bait rig, so if you don't like fishing with live bait, just leave the video now. I'm telling you that right now. I don't want any hate comments. Oh, you fish with live bait, you're not any good. This, like I said, I use this when the bass aren't biting, or whenever I want to catch a bigger bass. I'm catching a lot of little bass and I want to catch some bigger ones, so I'll switch over to this. And all it is, there's 3 parts to it, and 2 of them are optional. So this is very, very, very easy to do. First part, a hook, obviously. This is the only thing that's not optional. It's just a circle hook. This is a circle octopus hook. This is actually what I use for catfishing. This is a 3/0, but I use it for bass fishing because it's small enough too. Then it's snelled. I'll show you how to snell this later in the video. You have a split shot that's about 6 to 8 inches above your hook. Excuse me. It's just crimped on the line. And 6 to 8 inches above that, you have a bobber. I usually use fill bobbers or like a sliding cork for this, but I didn't have any in my... I'm out of them. Lost my last one last time I went out fishing, so I had to use this one for the video. But hey, at least it's visible. And what I like to use this for is if there's if I had some shad, a small bluegill, like baby bluegill, like maybe about that big. That big. I mean, that looks bigger in the camera. But baby bluegill or creek chub, any small species of fish that a bass will eat. So I mean, pretty much anything that a bass can fit in its mouth will work on this rig. And what you do is you can hook it through the eyes, through the nose, or through the lips. You can hook it through the back of the back. I don't really do that a lot, or through the bottom of the tail. I like to do that a lot too. That keeps them the liveliest, at least. And this works on bait casters and spinning reels. I prefer to use it on a spinning reel because a bait caster, you'll have the issue of getting backlashes and stuff if you're not using the bobber, because the weight is not heavy enough to cast. So if you're going to use this on a bait caster, try flipping it or using the bobber. You definitely need the bobber if you're going to be casting it, otherwise it's not possible. And if you can cast it and you have too big of a fish on the end of your hook to cast, bass won't eat anything that big if you're able to cast it. I've got this set up right now on my bait caster because I used it last time I went out fishing. I recommend 10 to 17 pound line. You need something heavy enough because it's a live bait rig that it's going to hold up to a big fish, but also something light enough that your bait will still have a lot of action in the water because the line's not too stiff. As you can see, I got a full spool of 12-pound mono right here. And I'm going to go ahead and show you all right now how to snell your hook and how to tie the whole rig. I mean, I really shouldn't have to show you how to do this, but I'm just going to show you all just in case somebody's, oh, how do you do this? I can't figure out how to do this. So, the basic snelling process is very easy. You'll need a good amount of line, just because the snell takes a little bit of line to tie. And what you do is, you have your line here and you have your hook. You face your hook upwards and come through the top of the eye like this. So it's going through to the bottom. You pull it through 2 to 3 shafts length. So this would be a shaft's length right here. Length. Pull that about to here, about to there, so that you can get a couple good wraps in. There you go. That should be good. And then what you do is you pinch this to the part of the shaft, the last part that's not bent. So as far back as you can without the shaft bending. And you pinch that there, and then you, like I said, you pinch it there with your right hand. And when you go to loop, you have to loop this around the shaft, and a loop will form right there where you're pinching. As you can see, that just formed. And you keep holding that down, and then you just wrap your line around the shank, the shaft of the hook, 7 to 8 times. I'm going to go ahead and do it 9, and here, however many I do it, I don't know where I'm at. So that should be 8 or 9 times right there, and then you pinch your whole everything that you've just done together, and if the loop comes undone, that's fine, just twist it back. Keeps coming undone on me. And then you pinch it, and you take your tag into your line, and you just run it through that loop, and then you pull it tight, and then that's your basic Snell. You pull it, so here you can see it on the shank, and then you let go of your tag into the line, and you pull your main line so it slides up onto the front of the hook, so you can see that. Then you wet the knot, and then pull it tight until everything is all pulled together nice and tight. And there you have it, a perfect Snell. This is the kind of knot that's on the pre-Snell hooks with the line already attached to them. And then you're just going to snip your line, leave about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch of line on the tag end, just in case you get into a big fish and there's some slippage in the knot. There shouldn't be, but just leave it there just in case. And about 6 to 8 inches above the hook eye, so about here, you're going to take a split shot, pinch it on, pinch it on with your pliers. And then if you're fishing with a spinning reel, or you're wanting to fish this like a Carolina rig, like your weight's here and then your fish is on your hook here and it can swim around wherever, you can do that. And you could be done right there. And if you're using the bait caster, you need the bobber, obviously, or else you could be flipping it. That's the only other way that I could tell you all how to use it. I don't use it like a Carolina rig or a Texas rig though, because where I fish there's a lot of rocks and hang-ups on the bottom, so you're more than likely going to get snagged. So go ahead, try this out. You'll catch a lot of fish on it, a lot of big fish, and you'll get an occasional catfish or two, and it's really fun when you get hooked into a nice 7 to 10 pound catfish, because fighting those on 12-pound line with a real loose drag is the most fun you can have fishing. They just put up a heck of a fight. So yeah, this has been Fishing the Ville. This has been another one of my rig videos. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and check out my other videos. Thanks for watching.